Quizlet? No. Civlet. Hello, everybody. This is Jonathan. I'm presenting for my group, and the name of our web app is Civlet. My group is me, and we have also Evan and Austin and Curtis. So our web app is basically allowing us to practice for tests and finals for the Civ Art class with Munson. It's very specific. It's really for Munson. If you didn't get it. But it like I think you can also take it and like use it in a very generic purpose to just learn about like art pieces and music. As of now, you're being quizzed on like art pieces. It's basically gonna like take a bunch of art pieces. We have a bunch of them in our JSON database, and it's gonna crop them and basically quiz you on like the name of the artist or when that piece of art was actually made and things of that kind. So it's very interesting. I think it's actually very useful. I did made some poll here and there and asked people whether they'll find it actually useful. And like more than 50% said that they'll actually use it. A good amount of them said that they'll actually pay money for that. And of course, we had people that said that no, they didn't really care about it. So it's actually useful. The student population actually cares about that. And so that's our project. Thank you.
So for our app, I'm going to show us our way around a little bit. So at first you can see the home page here. This is where you can see our different options. So just to see, I'm going to be doing this as if I'm an anonymous user, aka I'm not going to be logging in or registering because that would be that'll be a different part of the video. But for now, I'm just going to show off the different features. So first of all, there's a quiz mode. So if you go to the quiz mode, then you can choose some different categories. So for this example, I'm going to choose just some different like test stuff, and then we'll go like that. All right, that works. And then so now we can start our test. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to crop down the images to be less than the total size of the image. Like obviously this is not the entire painting, but this is to simulate what Munson likes to do on his tests, which is show you only a small part of the image. And then from that, then you have to be able to identify the entire image based on that. So I'm going to just run through this quickly. So, I mean, I'm not going to get the correct answers, but I'm just going to put some stuff here. And then after we do that, then we'll be able to see. And like I said, this is for an anonymous user, so there'll be some different features for this one. But there will be like I think there's 10 questions on each quiz. So as long as you're that's the normal length, no matter how many categories you choose. So if you chose a lot of categories, you'll probably want to do a couple of quizzes to make sure that you got all the artwork. So after we submit that, so basically now it takes us to our grades page where it does show us our grades. So I got 5 correct answers, 5 incorrect answers for 50%. And so then now when I go to this, it'll show me that I'm not signed in. So now I cannot save the results of the quizzes I take, and I cannot view study mode, which we'll go to in a minute. So it shows the past quiz I have here, but if I took another quiz, it would only show that past quiz. It would not show a previous quiz before that. So for example, I'm just going to also show if I go to study here, it actually takes me to register because for our website, you are required to register in order to enter the study mode. So for that, I'm going to start registering some users. So first, we actually have a feature where you can have either students or teachers. So first, I'm going to make a professor. So let's just call this Dr. Joe, for example. And that's just going to be, let's just do a@a.com and then password and confirm the password. And then I'm a teacher, and they can include a class code, which what actually that does is it'll enable them to have students register with that same class code, and the professor will be able to see the scores of their students. So it allows the professors to have better control and like visibility of how their students are doing and how they're learning materials, so to help them with teaching. So let's submit that. And then now I can log in, but I'm actually not going to do that yet because I'm going to actually make other accounts because I want to create 2 student accounts because that'll be helpful later. So let's just have John Doe is one of our students, and that'll be b@b.com. and this is a student, and I am going to put the class code because I do want this person to be part of the class 2022 class so that when the professor goes and checks the scores, they can see the scores of the student. So submit that, and then just quickly one final account for this before we get on to the next part. And this is also a student, and they are also in class 2022. All right, let's submit that. So now that we have our students registered and our professor, now I'm going to turn it over to Evan for the next part of our video, which is going to be the different features that people who are logged in have available to them.
All right, it's Evan here. I'm going to be showing you guys the student view. So first we're going to log in with the account that Curtis created a moment ago. As you can see, my name is displayed here. Not my name, but my alias. We're going to take a quiz to show how quizzes work in the student view. I'm going to pick the modern stuff. It takes a minute. So the quizzes will look exactly the same as they did in the anonymous view. It'll still be 10 questions. You can still get all the same art pieces. It'll still grade you. The difference will be that when you submit it, in the anonymous view, only one grade can be shown at a time, but this one, all the grades that you get will be saved in the JSON database, or not JSON database, sorry, the SQLite database, and you will then be able to view all of them. It's the giant again. Give me that like 3 times. Just about done here. That's Francisco Goya. Oh, wow, I got one wrong. So as you can see, I have 2 grades here now. One of those was from earlier, but as you can imagine, as more grades pile on, I'll be able to see a nice solid average of mine. This is more for later. This is setting up for later for the teacher view, but I'm also going to complete one for our other account. Jane Doe, real quick, I'm probably just going to answer like one question and then turn it in because I don't want to waste time. Let's do the Renaissance this time. What's that? 1515? Okay, I'm going to take the L here. I'm such a bad student. I got a 10%. Well, I only got a 10%, so I should probably do some studying. I'm going to the study page now. It looks like this. So we have a nice. This is where we used all of our Ajax. So currently, we don't want to overflow the page. So it's kind of a minimalized version of all the art pieces. Let's say though, I was particularly interested in Sainte-Chapelle. It is a very cool place. I can click maximize, and Ajax will render the whole thing. So it's a building, so we'd say it has an unknown artist because I'm sure a whole bunch of people helped build it. We have the date, and then a nice, beautiful image. This is the exact image that the quiz will crop from when it's making a quiz for you. So if you can memorize this image, you should be pretty good on the quizzes. Let's do one more that has an artist. So yeah, we can see the Nymph Galatia by Raphael. If it's unclear when the exact date of the art piece was made, we get a range. Getting anywhere in that range will give you a correct answer. But again, you can see the title, the artist, the date, and the image that will be displayed on the quiz. And if you're done looking at it, you can click minimize. As you can see, we have quite the extensive list.
Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you the teacher account. So I'm going to be logging in as Professor Joe here. So teacher accounts and student accounts are actually pretty similar. Teachers can visit study and study like normal. Teachers can also take quizzes such as students. The main difference is the grades page. Teachers can view all their students' average grades. They can't view an individual quiz, but they can view the averages. Teachers also, when they take a quiz, their own grades will appear here. So yeah, that's pretty much our program. We hope that we can share this program with other students so that they can use it to study for Munson Civ Arts exams. In the future, we hope to implement music. We even interviewed many students and they said they'd be interested in paying for a software like this. So if we could find a way to host it and make it public, that'd be great.